So right now, I'm actually in my living room, and I'm actually playing the original version of Resident Evil 5 on the PlayStation 3. Here's proof enough, this is actually the original version. Now, the reason I'm going to show off the original version is not really because of that. What I am going to mean to show off is the original version of the Mercenaries, because as most of us can actually tell, in the new PS4 and Xbox One version of Resident Evil 5, it has a bit of a different version of the Mercenaries that's called Mercenaries United. What it's meant to do is combine the original Mercenaries and the characters that are in the Mercenaries Reunion all together in one mode. But there's some unique features when you're going to compare Mercenaries Reunion to the original Mercenaries of Resident Evil 5. So for one thing, in the original version, this is what the title screen looks like when you first time play the Mercenaries. And what's comparable to the Mercenaries United is that you actually have to unlock all the characters in the original Mercenaries. While in the Mercenaries United, like in the PS4 and Xbox One version, all characters and all stages are unlocked by default. Which means, like, if you have the new version, lucky for you, you don't have to put any effort into unlocking the characters. But in the original Mercenaries, there's 10 characters total. Well, technically, there's actually 4, but there's additional costumes for each of them. And there's also the extra that's called Mercenaries Reunion, which is meant to be a DLC that includes 8 more characters. Which technically it's actually 6. But it's just, only 2 of the characters have alternate costumes. But like, in the Mercenaries United, you have all 18 characters, with the original 10 plus the DLC, but I'm going to show off the original Mercenaries and give you a little bit of a throwback overview. So when you first start up the original Mercenaries, you only have one stage available. There's a total of 8 stages. And this actually will inspire you to put some effort, because in the original Mercenaries, you'll actually have to unlock them all. So to unlock a new stage, you'll have to complete one stage with a B rank. And believe me, it's not always going to be the same exact score requirement for every stage and on. Some stages have its own required score to make it further. You'll need a B rank to advance to the next stage. And right from the start, you only have 2 characters unlocked. These are your 2 characters, and also the theme of the Mercenaries is a little different when you're booting up the original. When you're playing Mercenaries United, it just uses the soundtrack from Mercenaries Reunion. It doesn't even use any of the tunes from the original Mercenaries, but that's why I'm here to show you the original Mercenaries, to show you what it was like, or to give you a throwback. So you have only one stage unlocked and only 2 characters to play. So I've already mentioned how to unlock stages, but to unlock characters, you'll need to get an A rank in each stage. There's a total of 8 stages, like I said. And you only have 2 characters unlocked with a total of 10 more. No, 8 more. It equals 10. But you'll have to unlock 8 more characters, so 8 unlockable characters, 8 stages. You'll have to get an A rank on all of them to complete the entire roster. But like I said, there's technically actually 4 characters, but each character has its own alternative costume. I'll give you a little heads up, since most of you actually have the new version, but Public Assembly unlocks Jill, the second stage unlocks Wesker, the first costume. These next 2 stages unlock costumes for Chris and Sheva. These next 2 stages also unlock costumes for Chris and Sheva. This stage unlocks a costume for Jill, and this stage unlocks a costume for Wesker. So that makes all 10 playable characters in the roster. But I've wasted too much time just going into this. So actually play Mercenaries. Start with Chris, because I just don't like playing Sheva's perspective. I'm just not used to it. It's like saying you're left-handed. Even though your character's on the right of the screen when you're playing as Sheva, but it's still uncomfortable.
I got us a chopper. Headed your way now. Until I get there, take out as many enemies as you can. If you defeat multiple enemies in a row, you get yourself a nice bonus.
So that is just Josh saying that he'll be here when the time limit ends. A lot of people have played Mercenaries, so I don't have to exactly explain all this with the stuff, but some of the hidden techniques that you can kill a chicken to get an egg, which can obviously heal you. Who hasn't learned about the eggs yet? Yes, the enemies will still act very vicious to you. It can be a little more difficult to play this version of the Mercenaries since it's not 60 FPS. But like when you're playing the PS4 and Xbox One version, it feels very smooth and comfortable, and you can play that very easily. You can easily play good. But like with this version, it's a little hard simply just because of the frame rate. But yeah, you will find these stuff, like you have to figure out the locations for them, so it'll just take a little bit of experimenting and getting used to the map. Yeah, like I said, it can be very uncomfortable just because of the frame rate. It can especially be more uncomfortable when you're playing the new version of Mercenaries and then going back to this one. When you're comparing it to the PS4 and Xbox One, this makes a huge difference. Apparently this guy doesn't want his legs done. because it's just harder to get used to doing things correct. The freaking frame rate. It's also harder for me to make a perfect combo. Apparently, oh my god. I don't know why that didn't work. I shook the stick as fast as I could, and it didn't even work. That is just proper BS. No, it's not proper. It's complete BS. Because I hate saying curse words. This guy just won't die. Total of 150 enemies that you just have to defeat. Oh my god, this guy prevented me from using my spray. This is what's interesting about the original Mercenaries, because it's actually hard. Even when it's not 300 enemies on the screen. It's still insanely hard. That is complete BS, because I flicked the stick as fast as I could and nothing worked. Look, the next time an enemy grabs me, I'll show you, and I'll prove to you that I'm doing what I can, and nothing even works. Which again, that is complete BS. Again, the original Mercenaries is a little bit interesting because it is hard. I mean, you just got one egg. Use it on a guy. You'll kill him instantly. Apparently, I don't have any healing items. So I can only pray that I survive.
30 seconds.
I can only guarantee you I'm just gonna get a bad grade for this.
The mission's over. Let's head home.
Well, that's the end of that. Yeah, all I got was a B rank, so I was only able to unlock the next stage. I mean, I were actually playing this on Xbox One, I can do actually better. And for a few reasons. One, the frame rate is higher, which gives me a bit more easy of stableness. Two, when I flick the stick when a zombie grabs me, I can actually get out of it, instead of that complete BS where it says that I didn't actually do it at all. And third, all the characters are unlocked, so I can actually use the best character I can to make high combos. But I'll show you to that in another video.